All right. All right. All right. All right. Testing one, two, three. Let me know if you can hear me. It's been a while since we've gotten together. So, yes, come on in, everyone. Used to do this. All right. Let me know if you can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. I don't see I don't see anything yet. I don't see anything yet. Hey, Donna. Okay, let me say hi to people who are here. Sexy RN was first. She said she was waiting for this. We have our good sis Sleepy B. We have Robin Jamel, Sweet Ace of Silhouette. Hey girl, we have Donna, CN1. Hey boos, how are you all doing? Listen. 504. Hey girl, listen. I am currently wearing my um the element of confusion, right? My shirt, the element of confusion because baby, it's up. It's up. So me personally, I did not know which way this trial was going to go. I did not read on it. I didn't do anything without you all. I didn't ponder, I didn't read on it. But let me just say the convictions, the lesser charges, it doesn't shock me. Why? Because what does Q tell you all? Q tells you all that a lot of people do magic, and so many people do magic to get out of a bind. Magic is a tool. It's like the internet, it's like your spare tire, it's like a life vest, it's like a car. Magic is a tool, and your tool is supposed to work for you. And listen, I'm not saying I don't have any proof about any alleged magical acts performed on behalf of the person that was convicted of lesser crimes by him, by his family, by any spiritual workers that he may have paid. I don't know. But like I said, this doesn't shock me. It doesn't shock me at all, the outcomes. I was just like, and I didn't want to be right. I did not want to be right, but listen, the world hates women. The world does not punish abusers of women. Okay. And for everyone who was like, listen, like I said, I don't know, but we're going to investigate together today. We're going to investigate together today. So, for those of you who are new here and for those of you who are not, just to refresh everyone's memory, if you would like to ask a question as it pertains to what we saw over the span of this trial, put a purple heart or a purple crystal ball in the chat so that I can distinguish your question separately from just the regular conversations that are going to be going on in the chat. Okay. So, with that being said, I am going to let me remove this. I'm going to go ahead and get started. So, who else came in? Empress Kia, Miss Tree Moon, you know, please do not put any bad words in the chat. Do not say things in the chat um that are alleged. Make sure you put allegedly, if you're going to say something that could be, you know, a little flammable in the chat. Okay, please do that for me. If you haven't already, click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Things have been, the energy has been so loud over the past couple weeks. I had to take a break. I really had to take a break over the past couple of weeks because the energy is loud and I feel so much. Um, like, to be real, y'all, I honestly, like, I had a dream, I think last week, that quote unquote the powers that be knew that I could see past their BS and that they were out to get me. Okay. I literally had that dream last week. So, I'm doing what I'm doing over here on my end. But like I said, it's been energetically loud. Honestly, us spiritual workers and astrologers, we tired of telling people stuff because most people don't listen, and that's fine. But like I said, it's been energetically loud. So I had to lay low over the past couple of weeks. But let's get started. Who is going to be the first person with a question? Hey, Minx the cutie. Okay, so the first question is from our good sis, Sleepy B, and she asks, will Diddy serve any jail time? So let me take my watch off first. So I will not be getting credit for steps that I did not do. Okay. So I have my laptop up on this platform. So if you see the screen shake just a little bit, just know my laptop is up on this platform. And as I shuffle, it moves around a little bit. So, but we're answering the first question. Will Diddy serve any jail time? Okay, spirits. Let's see. Let's see. And remember, what's reversed for me is upright for you. What's upright for you is reversed for me. Okay? Like I said, I'm in my the element of confusion shirt because baby. Okay, we have this Ace of Wands in reverse, Princess of Swords in reverse, Six of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so this is what we have here. Let me see, what is this right here? Because it's looking like little to no time, if any. This is the Ace of Wands. This is the action card. This is the initiation of action card, right? Of things that manifest out here on the physical, right? Let me. I need more info. Oh, okay. Uh-huh. He might get some. He might get some time. He might get some time. He might get some. Hey, Minx the cutie, welcome to Moonstone. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for that. Yes, 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 honey. He might get some. He might get some. If he gets some, at least right now, I'm not seeing a lengthy prison sentence. If he gets some time, it won't be that much. I don't see anything imprisonment. I don't see anything that's saying throw the book at him. I don't see anything like that. Um I think it really depends on the judge. I kind of feel like this card here is the judge and this card here, okay, everything is alleged. This is entertainment purposes only, okay? I feel like this, I think it I'm not going to say that the judge is wishy-washy, but I kind of feel like it really, really depends. I kind of feel like the judge is going to look more into the past, allegedly, that the powers that be may look into the past and look at past actions to see. I don't, if there is jail time, I don't see a lot. I don't see 5 years. I see maybe 2 to 3 years, if that. But I don't see it. I don't see this being something like quote unquote R. Kelly or Suge Knight. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Okay. I could be wrong. But it really depends on the judge. I'm seeing 2, maybe 3 years if he gets some time. Okay. This is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm seeing here. This is what I'm seeing here. Okay. Kind of answered that question right there. 504, go ahead and go to the wall, boo. Go ahead and go to the wall. Yes, we here, we manifesting, we manifesting. Listen, and I do have a live stream goal right now for people. If I get 10 people to donate, as far as this the live stream goal is, I will hold, I will hold like a 2 to 3 hour live stream of just answering people's personal questions for free. Okay. So you see the goal right there is 0 out of 10. If we reach that goal, if we reach this goal, okay, I will hold a live stream free for all, ask whatever questions, and I will answer them. Okay. I will tire myself out answering as many personal questions for free as I can. Okay. So just want to say that about the goal. Okay. I'm trying to do more giving back to community, helping people because there's a lot going on energetically. Some people may be affected by it, some people may not be affected by it. But I'm trying to do more with the community with the community. Okay. So this live stream goal is set at $50, which is I think is pretty the amount of questions I would answer in a live stream. That would be y'all will be getting good for me. So I just want to say that about that. Okay, so yeah, I answered those two questions. Okay. Um, okay, the next question is from Donna. Donna asks, was this a play to get the bigger fish within the industry the whole time? That's a good question. Because I remember the first stream that we did, people were asking, like, were all these big names going to be called? And I said no. So as we have seen through this trial, big name people were not called. J Lo was not called. Um, None of the big names that have been said to be aligned with him were called. Okay, we saw Jane, we saw Kathy, we saw a couple of entertainers. I think we saw an assistant. The defense didn't even call people. So, like I said, I was definitely correct with that assessment. But let's see. Let's get into this question. Hey, Mel, how you doing, sir? How you doing, sir? I miss seeing you around, sir, so much. So I'm glad to see you here. Hey, Mel. Okay. Was this a play to get the bigger fish within the industry the whole time? Ooh. What is this man doing upstairs? Sorry, I hear my husband moving around in the bedroom upstairs. I don't know what he doing. He doing something, making noise. He's in the closet upstairs. He's making noise. Okay. So now we're starting to see the energies come through. We've seen this card. We just saw this card. This card is back again. We have some deception here, some hidden things. No, this was not a play to get the bigger fish within the industry the whole time. So the answer to that is no. This was this was a test case to see what people could be charged with and potentially get away with. So I'm trying to explain the issue as best as I can. So this was like, and I really kind of feel like now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of feel like this card is Diddy. I kind of feel like this King of Cups is Diddy, which it would make sense for it to be Diddy because Diddy is a Scorpio sun. So I kind of feel like this is Diddy. So, like I said, as we're moving through this, we're going to see the repeating energies, right? I feel like this was a test case to see. Um, this was a test about laws overall, laws overall, and what um and how people would move forward. So for example, I can't explain it, I can't explain the energy like this. So for example, okay, and this just popped into my head. For example, if a person if a person is an adult film star and a company pays the adult film star to fly to California to star in an adult film where they will be performing intimate acts. Is that the same? Is that the same? Is that the same? So this was and this was this was a test case to test on him first. This was a test case to test on him first, but not necessarily industry. This was a test case, and I feel like this was a case that is more tied to the laws and the structure of laws within the United States because the United States is going through so much change. I feel like that's what that is. This wasn't necessarily about him. This was about what can we, how can we, this was tiptoeing, finger stepping to see what can we charge people with. It wasn't necessarily about him, but he was this case was the case to try and see what can you challenge. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, Donna, I really appreciate you, boo. Donna, let me go and say it. Donna said, I'm contributing to half of the goal. Thank you so much, Donna. I fully appreciate you. I really do. Because you didn't have to give. And may all that you give to me be returned to you abundantly, at least tenfold. Thank you so much, Donna. I appreciate you and I appreciate your care and love for the community. Okay. Okay, girl. I don't know what happened because like with YouTube, I'm not even getting like a lot of subscription notifications. So I know like with our good sis girl la like I'm not even getting her notifications. It's weird out here in these streets, but I will go back and fix that for you. I don't know what the hell happened. Okay. Okay, so the next question is from Donna, and Donna asks, will the Loa be punishing for what he did to women? All right. Now I am not versed in the Loa. So Loa, if you would like to give me your answer, or if you don't want me to answer for you, Loa, that's I fully respect you. And so we have 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Again, I'm not versed in the Loa. I'm not versed in them. So I don't know how they move. I don't know how they punish people. I don't know that. But we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse. We have the Hangman in reverse. I kind of feel like this is leaning towards yes. I kind of feel like this is leaning towards yes. I kind of feel like it's leaning towards yes, but I kind of feel like if they decide they want to do whatever to him, I kind of feel like it'll be through his children. I kind of feel like it'll be through his children or be through his son, right? Um mhm. Yeah, I kind of feel like it'll be either through his children, through his son, something happening to one of his offspring. Of course, everything is alleged. Again, I don't work with the Loa, so I can't speak for them, but I'm hoping that I'm interpreting their message, if this is their message, correctly, because I don't deal with them, I don't work with them, I don't know how they leave hints, I don't know how they communicate. But I feel like if something happens, through it might be done to one of his children. I know some spirits do that. Some people do bring generational curses upon themselves by their actions, things that transfer down their lineage until they learn to act right. So I do know that some spirits do that. But I feel like if it's something like that, it might be through his picnic. It might be through his picnic. Okay. The next question is from Miss Tree Moon, and she asks, did this man give up any names? If so, will they have trials of their own? Interesting. That's interesting because um interesting. That's a good question. Any names? Okay, we have the Emperor. So this is definitely Aries energy, Mars energy, Scorpio is a sign whose planetary ruler is Mars. So, okay. Y'all, I feel like I have smoke in my chest. Like I feel like spiritually I'm going through something because I just been feeling smoke in my chest for like the past 2 weeks. I need to get myself together. I don't see any names being given. I don't see that. I don't see any names. I don't see any snitching. I don't see that. For me, if you are a person who's doing criminal things and I don't see that. I don't see that. We got this Ten of Swords here that's reversed. Yeah, no, I don't see it because I don't think he wants to fight a bunch of different people. No, I don't see any. I don't see any name dropping. I don't see any name dropping. Hey again, Mel. Good to see you, Mel. Okay, so the next question is from Sleepy B. And Sleepy B asks, will they try to take him to trial on the DV? Interesting. That's a good question. Yeah, thank you. I really feel, thank you, Simply the Best. I really just feel like spiritually I'm going through something right now. I've been feeling weird or whatnot. I'm not spiritually attacked or whatever, but I think I'm just in a spiritual sit your ass down moment. I'm gonna smoke in my lungs. Either that or like I'm channeling the energies of my grandfather on my dad's side who died of lung cancer. So we'll see. Okay, will it try to take him to trial on DV? Okay, so we have the lovers. We have strength. We have Queen of Swords. King of Wands. Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups, Ace of Cups. Okay, so I feel like there's a possibility for it. I do feel like there's a possibility for it, but I am not versed in the state law, statute of limitations. I'm not versed in any of that, but I do feel like there is a possibility for it. I feel like there's a possibility for it, but only if I feel like there's a possibility for it, but only if the woman or women want to press charges. Okay, because remember, if I'm remembering correctly, there was not any taken civil action for domestic charges. Like none of those charges have been like people could have filed those lawsuits or said that anytime that they wanted to. I don't really see it, but if it is, it's really just going to depend on the women. I don't feel like any type of authority would do that. Um, I think it really depends on the women or the woman. Okay. Okay. That was Donna. Listen, he be up there making noise sometimes. I do think that I was having conversations with people and listen, I know people ain't gonna be texting stuff no more. I mean the dumb people will, but I know people won't be texting stuff no more. Dumb people will. I mean, we see people getting caught up all the time, but I definitely agree with this. I definitely agree with that line of thinking. Just not even him in this situation, but just people around the world who paid attention to this. I absolutely think this is just showing people to work to move smarter. Okay. Donna asks, what's this test about rolling back protections for women when it comes to trafficking? That's a good question. That is a good question. That's a good question. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much, Minx the cutie. She said supporting, sending just because love and support. Much love always from the ATL. Thank you so much, Minx the cutie. You know, I used to live in the Atlanta area. I used to live in Lake Spivey. Okay, down south of the airport. I used to live in Lake Spivey, and I was just in Atlanta for some AKA sorority fun with my line sisters. Um, and you know how it is when you're in ATL streets. So thank you so much, girl. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. And may this return to you a hundredfold. Thank you for your blessings. May all of your blessings and desires and wishes and dreams come true, girl. Amen. Okay. Yeah, but was this a test for what was this a test? Okay, so we have the seven of wands here. The seven of wands here. Okay, they fighting. Okay, they fighting. They fighting. Okay, they fighting. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, oh, oh. See this moon here. Two of wands. I'm so to answer your question, was it a test about rolling back protections for women when it comes to trafficking? I the answer to your question is yes. Yes. And I'm not necessarily going to say rolling back protections, but lessening laws, removing things, removing the legal avenues that women can take against their abusers, just overall. Um, yeah. Mhm. Yeah, definitely fighting and making it harder for women to be protected. So to answer your question, yes. And I just answered that in a roundabout way. So, girl, I love y'all too. Listen, listen. When you see when you have a spiritual battle or a magical battle going on, it really depends on who is going to do what. So some spirits are fine fighting the fight and will wait until you think things have calmed down and then we'll come and get you later down the line. And some spirits will be like, "Oh, all right, I'll do it." But if so, for example, if there are two people working with the same spirit fighting back and forth, the person that wins may be the person who gives the spirit the most. Okay. This is why y'all cannot be stingy with your ancestors. This is why you have to give your blessings and your thank yous and pay these spirits. Okay. But if there are two people working with the same spirit, okay, if one person offers the spirit a glass of wine and the other person offers the spirit 5 glasses of wine and a plate of seafood and steak and flowers, the person who gave more, that's going to be the person that wins out with that spirit. Okay. Of course, it depends on the type of spirit. But listen, so there are a bunch of these things going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So I don't know who allegedly may be doing work or never. I don't know. And make no mistake about it. There are people who were doing their own spiritual work on behalf of Diddy, and then there were people doing spiritual work on their own against Diddy. And sometimes it just cancels out, right? So yeah. Um yeah, that's wild. That's crazy. But yeah. Oh, CN1, she gave 20. Thank you so much, CN1. May all of your dreams come true. I know you know what to do, girl. May this donation that you have given to me and this channel return to you 10, 20, 100 times fold, baby. Amen. Thank you so much. And CN1's question is, will civil suits be in the works against him? And will they potentially be successful? That's a good question. That's a good question. I think I saw Minx the Cutie say that California has already come out and said they have no intention to prosecute, especially since the statute of limitations have expired. And let me tell you all something. Energetically, I feel like one of the reasons that um energetically, I feel like one of the reasons that this came about is because so many people live lives like this. I'm not talking about the DV, but it's a bunch of people out here who be skating around high as a kite. I have heard from people who work in the industry who say, they'll go to an industry party or and go somewhere auditioning and the powder is just laying there. It's just out. These people who are swingers, these people who do all these private activities in their bedroom, if this is the case, I just want you all to think energetically. Energetically, what's going to be the difference? Absolutely, domestic violence and everything else like that. But I want you all to understand. Okay. I want you all to understand. Okay. Listen. I see so many people online talking about they can't wait to get their grass, so many of them can't wait to get their grass and their alcohol and go have sex or run a train on whatever. There are a bunch of people who do this shit behind doors. There are a bunch of people who do this shit behind doors. Now, I think he's a disgusting human being, and I think he needs to be under the jail. That's just me. That's just Q. But this is energetic. This is energetic energies about who can get away with what. This was not something for women. Okay, but let's get to this question. Let's get to this question. Let me get my computer charger because my laptop is about to die. Okay, let me plug that in. Perfect. Okay. Civil suits in the works. Okay. There's a possibility for a few civil suits to come against him. There's a possibility. A couple from women. There's a possibility for some civil suits to come against him. Hey, fuzzy girl. Yeah, I do think there's a possibility for some civil suits to come against him. I do. From two women and maybe a man. Maybe. There is definitely a possibility of that. Potentially be successful. Maybe one. Maybe one of them might be successful. If some come out, maybe one will be successful. Maybe one will be successful. Listen, that man is an abuser. That man is disgusting. But baby, did y'all hear Jane talking about some? I can't believe you got her out on a bigger yacht than me. Now Jane, honey. And then people who were allegedly caught perjuring themselves. Okay. And so listen, if anybody did any work, it was to taint the jury. If anybody did any spiritual work, baby, it was to taint the jury against them witnesses, baby. Absolutely. If anybody did any work on his behalf, it was to taint the jury against them witnesses and to nullify and disregard, because I would listen to some of it. Hearing the ruler of the courtroom say, don't take the professionals in their respected fields who have credentials and experience, don't take their testimony, don't weigh on their testimony. How do you not take into consideration the weight of the testimony of a professional? Like, sir, ma'am, anyway, I would listen. If it was Q, if Q was doing this type of work to get herself out of hot water, Q would do work to have the jury vote in my favor. Q would do work to have the judge vote in my favor. Q would do work to Q will do all types of work. That's why I tell you all, when you do your spiritual work, lay out your plan and do your work accordingly, baby. Because I was just like, this is crazy. Now we do have Neptune. We do have Neptune and Saturn together in Aries. So there's a lot of illusions, deceptions, people not being able to be in touch with reality going on, astrologically speaking, right? So I kind of feel like this plays into it too. I kind of feel like that plays into it too. But let's continue with this. Okay, will they be successful? Potentially. Potentially be successful. Potentially. If some civil suits come about, they might be. It maybe. Now, what it also depends on what they're asking for. Okay. Okay. Robin says, I pray it isn't one of his daughters. In my eyes, they're innocent. The twins were only 12 when they lost their mother and 17 when their father went to jail. No, I definitely agree. I definitely agree. But, you know, we don't control what spirits do. And sometimes when you hear like the sins of the father or the sins of the parent get transferred down to children, this is exactly what we're talking about. Okay. For people who, if your spouse is abusing the children, but you don't do anything. I understand like the semantics of domestic violence, how some women can't get away and stuff like that. But if you knowingly know, like for example, and we don't know his mother, we don't know Miss Combs, we don't know her. But baby, I know you know what your child be doing. You ain't said nothing. You ain't say, hey son, you need to cut that shit out. You ain't said nothing. That's something that can be transferred. We don't know what allegedly his father did, what Diddy's father did, if anything transferred along the line. We don't know. Okay. We don't know. So for those who can do something to stop harm against other people and you don't do anything, baby, your lineage might be in danger. Your lineage might be in danger. Okay. Okay. Listen, like I said, I don't know about the law. You know better than me, baby. But listen, them crimes like that couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Yeah. Listen, Uranus is tearing shit up. Uranus is tearing shit up here in the United States. It just is what it is, baby. You said California already came out. Mm-hmm. Miss Tree, Miss Tree Moon. Oh, thank you so much for this $2, girl. Thank you so much. Listen. I appreciate all of you who are willing to give freely to me, to the channel, and to this community. I appreciate you because I know you don't have to. Will he sue any of his accusers? Oh, that's good. That's a good question. That is a good question. That is a good question right there, honey. Whew. He might. He might. Okay, I've seen this death card. I've seen this Three of Swords come out. I've seen this one right here. I don't know if this is Cassie because this is a woman that's pregnant. I don't know if that's Cassie or not. He might. He might. He might. He might. I think it's a good possibility. I'm not saying for sure, but I think it's a good possibility. He might. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because I'm tired of seeing people saying the little girl was fast. No, he's a fucking predator and he needs to be put down. All these people who are out here who are child predators and just predators overall, they need to be put down and nuked into orbit. Okay, amen. Mm-hmm. Some don't. Okay, the next question is from Sweet Ace of Silhouette, and she asks, "What role does his mom play with the magic? Is the person her worker?" That's a good question. Listen, listen. I was listening to some of that testimony. Getting the updates from who was it, Inner City on Twitter. I was windmilling, like I was windmilling. I was screaming. I was just like, "What? What?" I definitely think there was some magical interference going on because I can't believe that I heard her, if I'm remembering correctly, heard the ruler of the courtroom say, "We not gonna take we not gonna take the testimony of these people into account." Just for you to go on the evidence. And I'm just like, what the fuck are these people here to testify for then if you're not going to take what they say into account? I was like, baby, that's the magic right there. Anyway, I'm getting worked up. Let me not get worked up because I'm just like, what? I don't see her. She defends him. Like, I feel like she may, if anything, she does protection work, but I don't see her as being like a worker. Like, she might, you know, read some biblical, some holy Bible protection verses over him. I don't see her being like a worker. I don't see that. I don't see his mom doing that, allegedly. I don't see it from her. I don't see it from her. I feel like she does, like, just praise over him and stuff like that, but I don't see her throwing no bones. I don't see her getting any jars together. I don't see her going to go get cemetery dirt. I don't see any of that. I don't see any of that. So, yeah, I don't see that from her. I don't see that from her. Um Now Donna always comes with the questions. Donna always comes with the questions. Um Donna always comes with the questions. Donna's question is, allegedly was a Homo sapien um for in exchange for the verdict. That's kind of dark, but I, I have seen stories of people who were working with spirits and they wanted to sacrifice someone to the spirit in exchange for help, for work, for magical powers, and the spirit unalive them and left the offering, the person that's supposed to be the offering alone. I have seen cases of that. Y'all know I'll be deep in these spiritual occult streets. I have seen cases of that. I will say that blood is one of the most potent um offerings that you can give to spirits. Blood and human um bodily fluids. So, okay, let's see. No, I don't see that. Thank God. I don't see that. I don't see that at all, Donna. So the answer is no. I don't see it. Now, other types of debauchery, quite possibly. Other types of debauchery, yes. But I don't see any. I don't see that. Thank God. Woo. Hey, fuzzy girl. Yeah, many people live. Listen, what they do behind closed doors is up to them. As long as you ain't harming nobody or abusing people or raping them or doing stuff to them without their permission, y'all do what y'all do. And that they're adults, consenting adults, y'all do what y'all do. It ain't for me. Listen, there's a big swingers club in Atlanta. Minx the Cutie, if you're still here, is it Trapeze? I think Trapeze is the big swingers club. Listen, you couldn't pay me to go in there with all that. Yeah, you couldn't pay me to go in there. Okay, the next question is from Donna, and Donna asks, how is she feeling about the conclusion of the case? Let's see. How is she feeling? Yeah. We have the Magician here, Major Arcana card. We have the Princess of Wands in reverse. We have the Prince of Swords in reverse. Yeah. She's, let me say this. She is feeling deflated. She's feeling deflated, but she's happy she got her coins. She's feeling deflated, but she happy she got her coins. Okay. Okay, Minx the Cutie said Trapeze is still open. Oh my goodness. Is Trapeze down there off Fulton Industrial? Listen, I never went over to the belly of the beast over there. Listen, I don't go. When I was in Atlanta, I ain't go near no Fulton Industrial, baby. I was in Midtown, maybe Sandy Springs. Okay, over by the airport. I only went to Old National in College Park to go to Harold's and get my food. I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna lie though. I used to go to Baby Grand Piano Bar, but only because they had the $10 buckets of crab legs. So me, my husband, his mom, his sister, like we would go to Baby Grand Piano Bar on Old National, and we would go get our $10 buck. It was just $10 for a huge bucket of crab legs. So we all got our couple buckets of crab legs. As soon as 9 o'clock came, oh baby, we left. As soon as it was getting dark, oh baby, we left. Okay, bye. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go. We were not over in College Park like that. Okay, okay. Uh, that was the only time I was hanging out on Old National. I went for food and then I left. Fuzzy says, I do think Cassie's testimony was more damaging than helpful. I I do agree with that. Sleepy B. Okay, Donna asks, how does Alex feel about the conclusion of the case? See, Minx the cutie down there laughing because she know. She know Baby Grand Piano Bar. Mm-hmm. And what is it over there? The Wren's Nest, the Crow's Nest over there? No, I never went over there. But you know, the Harold's is over there in College Park. So I definitely was going to go get my Harold's. And you know, Baby Grand Piano Bar. I was getting my crab legs, and then Baby Q was going home. Q was going home. Q was going home. Ooh, we have this here. Okay. 10 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so Alex is also happy about this money now. Alex is also happy about this money. Okay. But he does feel bad that he is sad that nothing extenuating came out of the case so far. So he does feel bad, like he does feel bad that Diddy was not convicted on all the charges. He feels bad. But he is happy about this money. He's happy about this money too. Okay. Okay. So, okay. This question is from Sweet Ace's Silhouette. And she said, is Q protected by his mom, KP? Girl, what that mean? I don't understand. Okay. Can you rephrase your question, Sweet Ace's Silhouette? Because I don't understand. And then I will come back and and then I will come back and yeah. Baby, Minx the cutie. Yes. So, you know, I'm so something that got popular in Atlanta were these quote unquote mansion parties. And them mansion parties, I heard they got real wild and raunchy. I wasn't going over there. Listen, Q don't deal in that debauchery like that. But I heard about the mansion parties, these summertime mansion parties. Oh, they going to the mansion parties, these adult pajama parties. Yeah, I heard about that foolishness. I ain't going over there. Okay, okay. Thank you so much for that, Robin. Thank you so much for that because I didn't understand. Okay, now I can read on it. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's definitely some. Listen, Atlanta is becoming or has became what y'all hear about Atlanta. The scamming, the restaurants with the piss poor customer service, but charging sky high giraffe pussy prices, the traffic, the ability to buy a home, and the cost of living is outrageous. Yeah. Okay, who is this? Okay, who is this? And then who is this? Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. So, to answer your question, to answer your question, yes, he is, but there are other spiritual elements fighting for him. Yes, he is, but there are other spiritual elements fighting for him. There are other spiritual elements that have their eye on him, fighting for him. Um, So it's like there's this spiritual tug of war with him. Now I don't know anything about him, but yeah, she's there. But there are some other element. It wouldn't shock me if someone had him in some type of um if someone had him in some type of ritual or something and he didn't know it. I feel like yes, she's there, but there are other elements fighting for him as well. So, ooh, Minx the cutie asking the question. Question: will Cassie receive any karma for her participation? That's a good question. That's a good question. That's a good question. Okay. Interesting. Like I will say that, and remember, you all asked me during the very first reading. You all asked me if the tapes were going to be shown, and I was like, the tapes won't be shown to the public. The tapes were going to be shown in the courtroom to the jury. Remember, I told you all that. Personally, I feel so bad that sh- she had to sit there and re-witness that and relive that, and then people are watching this. Like, I feel so bad for her. I really do. Oh, will she? I don't see it. I don't see it. No, I don't think she is. No, I don't see anything like that for her. No, no. I don't see that for her. I feel like she may have her own quote unquote demons about things that she did. And sometimes when people have their own demons to deal with, spirits won't punish them because they're punishing themselves. She has been punishing herself. Okay, she has been punishing herself, but if that is karma, then that's karma. But she's been punishing herself. But no, I don't see anything like official or from like spirits or anything like that. I don't see anything like that. Cassie asked that he not be let out, and he wasn't. Okay, yeah, that's the thing with the courtroom. Um, and it is the job of a defendant's legal team to do whatever they have to do in cross examination to try to get them off. So we can't fault his legal team for how they cross examined the witnesses because that's their job, right? But child, that was a whole mess. That was a whole mess. Okay. Donna's question is: did the Kardashians have a hand in the spiritual work that was done in Diddy's favor? That's a good question. That's a good question. Yeah, simply the best said the fact that she participated in this karma up. Yeah, I think she beats herself up. Um, she has, and she possibly will. Um, so she has her own demons she has to slay. Did the Kardashians do any work in Diddy's favor? The world. Who's that coming from? Four Wands. No, I don't see anything from them. Mm-mm. No. Oh, absolutely, he abused her. Absolutely. The next question is from Donna, and she asks, "Will they Epstein him?" Now, listen, baby. I don't know. I don't know. Listen, I do find it interesting that so many people were quiet. All his little friends and all his co-workers, TD Jakes was quiet. Like everybody was quiet. Nobody wanted to touch him or say anything. People who matter, real celebrities. No, everybody was quiet. So I did notice that. Hey, it's one cat. Oh, 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 oh. Interesting. Okay, let me see what this is right here. We got this wheel in reverse. We have seven of pentacles in reverse. We have the three of swords in reverse. Listen. Listen. I I'm I'm gonna say this. With what I'm looking at right here, what I'm looking at here, if he were to turn up terminally ill or expire suddenly, it wouldn't shock me. I'm not saying that they will, but if something happens, if something accidentally happens to him, it wouldn't shock me. Okay? Because baby, I see some I like there are some energies that are mad that this even went this far. Okay, industry, other people who do degenerate shit like this, other abusers are mad that this went this far because this could potentially fuck them up. It wouldn't shock me. I'm not saying that he will, but if he even 5 years from now, if he accidentally turn up deleted, unalive, is tying back into this. Okay. Okay. Next question is also from Donna. She asks, why didn't the state take the knowledge of him using and working magic seriously? Baby, they can't do that because that's how you gonna prove the magic? How you gonna prove the magic don't come in? And see, I want you to be careful of asking that question, Donna, because entering in stuff like that leads to people who do various practices. It becomes a witch hunt. It becomes a quote unquote witch hunt, right? They have the courts of law have to deal in what's physical, what's tangible. Those of us over here who understand, the energetics of things, that's different. But mm-mm, that's completely different. The state, no, this the state ain't dealing with that. Mm-mm, the state ain't dealing with that. Hmm. This was okay. So I'm looking at this. We have Temperance here. We have Queen of Pentacles here. Three of Cups here. Six of Pentacles. Listen, what you just asked, Donna, that is what you just asked is I don't want to say the beginning of yeah. What you asked is along the lines of and these cards here say be careful of what it is that you do and what you're asking about because this is the potential and I want you to look at these cards here. This is Temperance here and Queen of Pentacles here. What you're asking, Donna, is not something that would come back to bite men in the ass. Even though there are plenty of men who are spiritual workers, right? We see it every day. I showed y'all, right? What you're asking, Donna, is something that will come back to bite women in the ass. This wouldn't be anything perpetrated against men. This is remember the what the world wants to admit it or not, the world hates women. Okay. This is why those men in France who had that group chat and that woman's husband was drugging her so that all these random men could come in and grape her. Those men aren't in jail. Those men that they knew who for sure did it, they're not in jail. They're not in jail. The world hates women. Okay. The world hates women. So be careful what you're asking about, Donna, because that has the potential, especially with Saturn in Aries, um, Neptune in Aries. We're seeing a lot of this traditional, the Christian nationalism, the Christian conservatism is being pushed. Okay. Be careful what you're asking for, Donna. Be absolutely careful. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he listen. And let me tell y'all something. Whoever the okay, so spiritually, I'm gonna say this. I had a little I had a little psychic dream that he allegedly had something to do with the car blowing up, right? I'm just like, okay, okay. So that is petty, and that he is very vindictive. He's very vindictive. Allegedly, he's very vindictive. Okay, so he's very petty. He's very petty. Donna asks, "Will suing his victims backfire on him?" Who are these women? It's a lot of women coming up. Hey, Natasha, girl, go out and have fun and be safe, girl. Backfire on him? No, I don't. I don't see anything about backfiring. Nope. Mm-mm. I feel like if he does do it, oh, he gonna get real ignorant with it. If he does choose to, he will get real ignorant with it, and it might not turn out so good for one of them. So we see. I want y'all to see this woman here, and then we have the Tower card here. If he does, I don't think it'll be. I don't think it'll be good. Uh, will it backfire on him? No, I don't see it backfiring on him if he does. But I do see it as potentially being dangerous for either one or some of the victims. Absolutely, young and vulnerable. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, what happened to the work the baby mama paid for? This is from Donna. And who is the baby mama doing work? Y'all know I don't know. Y'all know I don't know. Um, yeah, I'm tired of this planet too. I'm tired of this planet too. So, but apparently I'm here on this planet, I guess, to help at some point. But when it's time for me to go to the upper room, don't want me mad. I'm going to go see my father and my sister. Okay. Um, what happened to the work the baby mama paid for? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, she has some work. She has some work done, but I don't know. I don't know. Okay, and I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know what. I don't know. But looking at these cards right here, baby, yeah, she has some work done. She didn't pay enough, so she was supposed to pay for the ultra deluxe special. Okay, she was supposed to pay for the 2 weeks, and she was supposed to pay for the 2 weeks off the Amalfi Coast special. She paid for the weekend in New York special. Okay, yeah, the payment, what she offered as payment, did not match the outcome that she wanted. So that work ain't do nothing. That work didn't do nothing. That work didn't do nothing. Mm-mm. Please pay your workers. Please pay them. She was supposed to be like, let me get the Alaskan king snow crab legs, the caviar. But baby, she went and got the 20-piece nugget from McDonald's. Okay. She didn't get what she wanted because she didn't pay for it. Sleepy Bee, thank you so much, girl. May this return to you 100 times. A blessing to you. Thank you so much, girl. Hey, sexy RN. Censorship. Okay. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, allegedly. Allegedly. But let me say this. Listening to some of the testimony, okay, I'm going strictly off of the testimony. I'm not going to even say that. All I'm going to say is some people knew he was a demon and were okay with it. That's what I would say. This is why, I keep saying Hollywood and these degenerate places have a price. I don't like it. It's ugly. It's disgusting. It's ugly and it's disgusting. But there's a lot of shit going on. Listen, the price of being close to some people, being in the orbit of some people, there is a price for everything. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Okay. It's a bunch of that going on in the Atlanta area. I'm sure it's happening everywhere. Because I see the San Jose police things, the San Jose sex things, the San Jose police officer issues. It's degeneracy going on everywhere. But baby, Atlanta is what you think it is. Atlanta has become a portal for degeneracy. Atlanta is what people say Vegas is. I'm just gonna say that. People, Vegas got the Sin City and this, that, and the third. Atlanta is what has the rep that Sin City used to have. Okay. Okay. Okay, this question is from Isis, and she asks, "Does the outcome of this case reset the clock on exposure and/or justice for victims?" That is a very good question. That's a very good question. Remember, I told you all when I went to listen, the Hollywood walk. Let me tell y'all, Hollywood Boulevard. Okay, because Q has to get her Harold's chicken, right? There's a Harold's chicken. Harold's the chicken place from Chicago. There's a Harold's chicken on Hollywood Boulevard, right where the Hollywood stars are. The Hollywood Stars Walk of Fame. There's a Harold's chicken right there. I went last year. Mr. Hoodoo and I, we went to Harold's last year. We got our chicken wing bucket of wings with mild sauce. But it's right there where the Hollywood Walk of Fame is. It's a bunch of whether that is not a shiny gold medal place right there. That is a place where it's dirty and it's filthy right there. Okay? You see the people who panhandle, they're all right there. LA is disgusting. This whole Hollywood industry stuff and the fact that the Hollywood stars and the Walk of Fame is not in this beautiful, pretty, shiny, upscale place, that lets you know everything right there. LA and the industry is a disgusting place. It's disgusting. Okay. Now, getting back to Isis's question, does this outcome reset the clock on exposure and/or justice for the victims? Oh God, we have this moon here. Listen, so to answer your question, this absolutely takes away from women seeking justice. It absolutely takes away from women seeking justice. It does. It takes away from women seeking justice. And there may be some dark times ahead. Like I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Well, what y'all looking right here? There may be some dark times ahead. Okay, I told y'all, people, you ain't got to learn from me. Please learn you some magic so you can maneuver around shit. Because baby, there may be some dark times ahead. Yes, it does. It does. The answer to your question, Isis, is yes. There may be some dark times ahead. Absolutely. And a lot more women going into hiding. A lot more women going into hiding. A lot more women going into hiding. So, um, you know, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did I just see this? Oh my goodness. Sexy RN. Thank you so much for your generosity. Girl, you know I love you. Sexy RN says people are mesmerized by him. Even the men that fear him, especially women. I also feel bad for Cassie because people are really blaming her. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But this is why I keep saying, like, celebrity culture needs to die. Okay. The same way that people be out there sucking a dick, and I said it just like that. The way people be out here sucking the dick of these quote unquote royals around the world and all like that, the degeneracy, it's out there. It's out there. Where do you think a lot of this men, say they can have all these different wives and shit like that come? Where do you think that shit come from? All these old royals and all this other stuff. The wife, the queen, she was really only a queen because of him. But she can't have no outside. She can't have no outside dick because then she'll be a whore and she has to be a virgin. But her husband, the king, can go sling his dingaling wherever. Where do you think a lot of this shit came from? This is the same misogyny and patriarchy that's been going on for 1,000 years, maybe even 2,000. But yeah, so the United States has its own celebrities. I mean, the United States has its own royals, it's celebrities. The way people suck celebrity dick is actually it's quite disgusting. The way people be out here defending these people who do horrible, heinous things because they got some money is disgusting. Okay, this is why this whole shit just need to be burned down and just a do over, right? Just a do over. Um, you know. So let me uh let me go back to the questions. Okay, the next question is from Empress. Empress says, "Will people in the industry work with him when he's home?" That's a good question. That's a good question. That's a good question. And Simply the Best says, I feel like Cassie being on trial was the karma. Yeah, that might have been because I mean, I cannot even listen. I don't want anybody to see me naked. When you go to the doctor, you may have to be naked, right? For medical purposes, pap smears and all that stuff. I don't want people to see. Hell, I don't even want my mom to see me naked. The only person who sees me naked is Mr. Hoodoo. The intimacy between two consenting adults. I can't imagine how mortified she had to have been. People what like I can't even. And maybe that was. Maybe that was. I bet you she never ever thought that the tapes of her doing adult things or would be viewed in front of other people. I no being no, so I really do feel bad for her. Well, people in the industry work with him when he's home. Listen, it's absolutely. Donna's laughing. Said Q said mom off the table. Absolutely. I don't mama, like, I'm an adult. I'm an adult now. I'm an adult. But, yes, I'm her daughter, but I mean, if I got a question like, "Mom, what's this?" That's different, but mm-mm, mm, mm-mm. Don't nobody look at me. You ain't gonna look at me. I don't want people looking at me, period. So, um, I feel like a lot of his reputation is burned, but there may be some people who don't have a problem with it. I feel like over time people will over time. I feel like people will over time, but I think overall right now no, but I feel like give it some time. I feel like give it some time. You got to wait for things to die down. You have to wait for things to die down. I feel like give it time. I feel like give it time. Next question is from Donna, and Donna asks, "Are Bay and Jay going to rekindle their friendship with?" I mean, listen, we don't know if it was ever ended. Natasha says, "I think he will go be a preacher at a mega church." Listen, if he starts a church and anybody follows him, you're fucking stupid. But I mean, there are a bunch of stupid people in this country and on this planet, so it wouldn't shock me. But I just my spiritual eyes, I just see so many different things differently. Hmm. Okay, let's get to this question. Let's get to this question. Okay. Because what okay, and then just going back to the, hating women and stuff like that, I forgot who it was. Who was it? Wasn't it Kobe Bryant's wife? They was talking about, oh my God, she's out here dating or something like that. That man been dead for how long? When you are widowed, your marriage vows are till death to you part. When you are widowed, you are allowed to go out and date and have relationships with people. The fact that they think she's supposed to stay um depressed and sad and that she's not supposed to have a life or romantic life lets you know about patriarchy. Okay. When my stepfather died, okay, my mom's husband, before her husband now, my stepfather died in 2016. He died of lung cancer because he was a smoker. I mean, that's what happened. People smoke, you'll probably get lung cancer. He had cancer. He died. My mother was a widow. My mother also got remarried in 2019. Okay, she's not supposed to sit there and just be knitting and spinning yarn and shit like that. My mother has a life. Okay, and she remarried. But the fact that they wanted Kobe Bryant's wife to just stay out here and not be with nobody lets you know. Lets you know. Lets you know. So, um, yeah, I think that I don't think they ever ended it. I don't think they ever ended it. I don't think that they ever ended it. Um, they might wait a while, but I don't think they ever ended it. I don't think they ever ended it. It's so crazy because I feel like there's a lot of energy around her having this baby. There's a lot of energy around this. I don't know what her baby has to do with anything, but I feel like there's a lot of energy around her and this baby. I really do. I don't know if that baby was supposed to be a spiritual baby for some reason, but I feel like there's a lot of energy around this baby. Um, I don't think they ever ended the friendship though. I don't think they ever ended the friendship. Um, yeah, I don't yeah. Yeah, okay, let me get back to the questions. Okay, let me see. Okay, Minx the Cutie has a question and she asks, how does the energy from all those people affect? Ooh, now there is some she can do some speaking spiritually, she can absolutely do some cleansing. She can absolutely do some spiritual cleansing. She absolutely can. So I'm just speaking spiritually. She can. But let's see. Hmm. She's punishing herself. She's punishing herself But to answer the other part of your question, yeah, yes, she can absolutely spiritually cleanse, but she's punishing herself. She's punishing herself. Yeah. She's punishing herself, and there may be a period of time where she feels like she has lost control, and there may be a period of time to where she won't be able to move forward until she stops punishing herself. Now, I'm going to say this. Some people may not like it, but I have to go with what's in front of me. There may be some behind the scenes tension in the home as it pertains to her marriage. There may be some behind the scenes um there may be some behind the scenes tension in the home as it pertains to her marriage. I can't I'm not there. None of us are there. But I feel like from what I'm looking at here, yeah, I feel like there might be some. Yeah, I feel like there might be some. I have to go with what I'm looking at in front of me. I have to go with what I'm looking at in front of me. So, mhm. Okay, so let me just come on down. Let me see. Okay. Donna asks, will feminists use the situation to call for legalization so that more listen, it's legal in Nevada. It's legal in Nevada. So there are places here where it's legal. In the state of Nevada, there are bunny ranches where it's absolutely legal. Prostitution is legal in Nevada, in the United States, the state of Nevada. So, um, so to answer your question, Donna, they will try to use this. And make no mistake about it, there are those who are feminists who want things to be better for women, and then there are those feminists. There are some who are stupid, right? I.e., Prince Fella. Prince Fella, claiming she a feminist, she's fucking stupid. Okay, so we're talking about people who actually want things to be better for women. Not stupid shit like that. It won't work though. It won't work though. Because they want to hold the debauchery against women. It wouldn't work though. Yeah, I don't even know who the Asian baby mama is. Okay. Ooh. Vegas has been working overhaul to be like, yes, family friendly. That's why I said Atlanta now is what Vegas was. See, Natasha just gave us some information down there. She said prostitution is only legal in Pahrump, Nevada, a small city, and is very regulated. The Nevada prostitution is illegal, and they take you to prison. Listen, see what I'm saying? That wouldn't even work. Sweet Ace of Silhouette asking the real questions. Okay, I'm starting to get tired, so we won't be here too much longer. Ooh, child. She chilling in the cut. She chilling in the cut. She chilling in the cut defending him. She is chilling in the cut defending him. That's what she doing. Where she at? She chilling in the cut. She chilling in the cut, and she's fine with everything. She's fine with everything. She chilling in the cut. She chilling in the cut. She over there quiet. She chilling in the cut. She fine with everything. Hmm. Hey, girl. Yep. Yep. Hmm. Yeah. This is a good question. Is she still doing drugs? I mean, listen, personally, I think it should be legal because if you want to sell your cooter, if you want to make money by selling your adult activity services and you are doing it and you are safe and it's consensual, I don't have a problem with it. It's your body to sell. The same way, when people get to end of life, like when they have like terminal cancer or something like that, I absolutely believe they have the right to end their own lives. Suicide should not be illegal. Okay. It's your body. It's your body. Same way if you want a tattoo, you want to pretend like you a cat and get them weird cat ears and fangs and whiskers on your face and shit. It's your body. I do believe it should be. Okay. This is why in some countries around the world, when women can't get jobs, people don't feel sorry for them because prostitution, exchanging your money for sexual services is a thing. It's one of what they say is the oldest profession. I think it should be. I think it should be. I mean, we know what's happening with the escort services. And we all know, right? I think it should be. If you want to sell your penis for however much money, um, and this is what I'm saying. If you want it, it's yours. Get STD checks, share the results with your willing adult partners. It's yours. I mean, I don't care. I don't care. But there is no way that for women it will be empowered. Now let's get to this question. Is she still no, no, she's not. She's not, but she's in a transformational place right now. So do I see her still doing the illegals? No, I don't see it. But she is in a transformational place right now. She absolutely is in a this was big for her energetically. She's in a transformational place and she is thinking about all the ways that she is thinking about all the decisions that she has made and the weight of what comes with decisions that she has made, right? She's truly beating herself up. She's beating herself up. She's been beating herself up. She's beating herself up. But no, I don't see that anymore. Yeah. I hope she does find peace. Absolutely. But she's looking at how she's been abused, how she's been used, how she's been manipulated, the ways that things may have been presented to her to make her go along with things. The whole nebulousness, the deception, like the energy is she's really beating herself up. Yeah, it is. It is hard. Honestly, she needs to go away and like get offline. She really needs like time for self-care and healing. She really does because like I said, I can't imagine what it was like to sit there and have people watching you in some of your most intimate moments. Whether it was consensual or not. No one wants to see that. No one wants to see that. No one wants to see that, right? So, let me check my phone real quick. It was it was a lot, but whoever um it was a lot. It was a lot. And let me just say this. Right now, what's going on in the United States, The goal is to have so many people afraid, destitute, without protections, without money, okay? To get it to a point to where people just do anything, do any type of work, they're not being paid properly, they're not being protected properly. I mean, we know the United States has been problematic for a long time, but right now, this is why I tell y'all, get y'all money up, save your money, stuff the money in the mattress or bury it in the backyard if you have to. Get your passport because I want all of my people, especially all of my ladies, to have money and finances, to have options for whatever it is that you want to do. Okay. The astrological energies of lack, of less, of deterioration to hopefully bring about change, those are big right now. And the people who won't have any choice, those are going to be the people without money, without money, without money. Money grants you power and access. So please, 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 my ladies, please get your money up. Use your magic, get your money up. Okay? They want people to be destitute and desperate out here so that you'll go along and do some of any damn thing. Okay? So, I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all, if you can, have you some money saved up 6 months to a year. If you got to tell your job, fuck you. I ain't dealing with this shit no more. You can walk away. You have options. You have choices. Get your passports. Um, I'm not saying to flee. I just want you to have your ducks in a row so you can make the best decisions for you and your family if need be. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay? That's all I'm saying. And we absolutely know that people with money, they have choices, their options, and we have made, not we, not me, but money has become the thing that's worshipped. Okay? Okay. So, you know, yeah. So does anybody have any other questions? Because I'm about to get out of here. I'm about to get out of here. I'm about to get out of here. Don't come to me with no reading, asking about no relationship. Ask about your money. Okay, get your money. Okay, get the money. Oh my goodness. Okay, I see the neighbors. Get your money. So with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get out of here. Um, if you have not scheduled a reading with me, you're gonna have to wait until July 22nd because I'm traveling. Next week I'm traveling, and the week after that I'm traveling to Chicago. I'm going to Anaheim, then I'm going to Chicago, then I'm going to Tampa. So my spiritual books are closed until the 22nd of July. So if you need some help or you need to set an appointment, you better do it for the 22nd of July because I'm off the books. I'm really about to be traveling heavy again. Um, so yeah, I think I'm feeling a little bit better and I can come back and I can come back to YouTube. I had to take a little break because like I said, it's so loud out here. It's so loud out here. But um yeah, the 22nd. Baby, we gonna pray. Mercury is about to drink Gatorade. So I just want y'all to know Mercury is about to turn retrograde. We gonna pray because I have some flights to catch. I have flights to catch. Mercury's about to be in Gatorade. So y'all pray for your girl. But yeah, I'm about to be traveling. I'm about to be cute and I'm about to be traveling. So my books are not back open until the 22nd. I love you all. I'm gonna see y'all around these YouTube streets. Um, I'm gonna see y'all around these YouTube streets. So with that being said, thank you all who's watching. If you haven't liked the video, thank you to every member and channel sub here that has sent a donation, that has sent a super chat, that has blessed me. The goal was met. The goal was met. So I will be hosting a free community day live stream tarot reading where everybody get to ask one question. Okay, where everybody get to ask one question, and then after everyone has gotten their one question answered, then we will be having that community day where people can come ask those questions. Okay, so thank you all for blessing me. I'm going to turn around and have that free community day for the community. It won't be tomorrow because I'm going to go eat some people food tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to get me some free food tomorrow. Amen. And then this weekend, I'm traveling, probably in San Francisco this weekend. Okay, so we'll see. But that community day, free tarot live stream reading, it will be coming to everyone. All you have to be is subscribe to the channel. That's all I ask. Okay. So that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna see y'all around these YouTube streets. It's gonna be real interesting. We have to see what's gonna come up with the sentencing to see if I'm right or not. So that being said, I love y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. Okay. All right. Bye.